Yes, welcome to the class on effect of substituents on the electrophilic substitution reactions of monosubstituted benzene. That is, when a monosubstituted benzene undergo a further electrophilic substitution reaction like halogenation, nitration, sulfonation, acylation or alkylation, whether it reacts fastly or slowly compared to the benzene itself. That is, the reactivity of monosubstituted benzene towards the electrophilic substitution reaction is faster than that of benzene or slower than that of benzene. That is how the substituents present in the benzene ring influence the rate of the reaction towards electrophilic substitution reaction. Okay. Consider a monosubstituted benzene, say X. Monosubstituted benzene derivative with the substituent X, and if it undergoes the electrophilic substitution reaction, we can get a disubstituted benzene. Okay, it is bonded to this benzene ring, any of the 5 carbon atom of the benzene ring, and get a disubstituted benzene. Then first we consider whether the monosubstituted benzene, the reactivity of the monosubstituted benzene towards the electrophilic substitution reaction is higher or lower than that of benzene. That is, the reactivity of this substituted benzene greater than that of benzene, or it is lower than that of benzene. We know that for an electrophilic substitution reaction to occur, the benzene ring or it should be electron rich. Okay. The electrophile is bonded to the benzene ring because of the electron density of the benzene ring. The benzene is rich in electron due to the presence of 6 pi electrons. So it attacks the benzene ring and get the substituted product. That is, greater the electron density, on benzene ring, the higher the reactivity of the ring towards electrophilic substitution reaction, or vice versa. The lower the electron density on the benzene ring and lower its reactivity of the benzene ring towards electron density. That is, greater the electron density of the benzene ring, the electrophile attacks easily, because electrophile is an electron deficient compound, so it is able to, or it has show a greater tendency to bond the or attack the electron rich center. So then consider X, the substituents depending on the electron releasing or electron withdrawing effect of the substituents. There are two types of substituents: electron donating substituents and electron withdrawing substituents. X may be either electron donating or electron withdrawing substituent. Then if X is an electron donating substituent, what happens? If X is an electron donating substituents, it donates electrons, its electron density, to the benzene ring, and this benzene ring is become more the electron density of the benzene ring increases. Then what happened when electron density of the ring increases? The greater the electron density of the benzene ring, and then higher the reactivity of the ring towards the electrophilic substitution reaction. So if X is an electron donating group, it increases the electron density of the benzene ring, and it show higher reactivity towards electrophilic substitution reaction. So greater the electron density of the X is the electron donating group, it increases the electron density of the benzene ring, and it is activating the ring towards electrophilic substitution reaction, and the electrophile attacks very easily. And if X is an electron donating group, if X is a electron withdrawing group, it withdraw the electron from the benzene ring. It withdraw the electron density from the benzene ring. So the electron density of the benzene ring decreases. That is, electron density decreases means it has less reactive to attack the incoming electrophile, and the reaction taking place slowly. So the if X is an electron withdrawing group, it decreases the electron density on the benzene ring, and it deactivates the benzene ring towards electrophilic substitution reaction. If X is electron donating, it activate the benzene ring. If it is electron withdrawing group, it is deactivating. Electron donating means electron releasing. Okay, electron donating or electron releasing group. So the electron releasing group increase the electron density of the benzene ring and activate the benzene ring towards the electrophilic substitution reaction, and it is electron withdrawing group, it deactivate the benzene ring towards electrophilic substitution reaction. Okay, that is, an electron withdrawing group decreases the electron density on benzene ring and deactivates the ring for electrophilic substitution reaction. That is, if it is an electron withdrawing group, the reactivity of the benzene ring decreases. It reacts with electrophile slowly compared to the benzene. And if X is an electron donating group, it increases the electron density of the benzene ring and activate the ring for electrophilic substitution reaction. That is, in short, the electron withdrawing groups deactivating the benzene ring towards electrophilic substitution reaction, and the electron donating groups or donating substituents activate the ring towards electrophilic substitution reaction. So if it is an electron donating group, it reacts very fastly with the incoming electrophile, and we can get a disubstituted compound. And when it is a existing group is an electron withdrawing group, it decreases the electron density of the benzene ring, and so it reacts slowly with the incoming electrophile to get a disubstituted compound. When the compound X undergo electrophilic substitution reaction, any of the 5 electrophilic substitution reaction, we can get a disubstituted compound. So you know that there are 3 isomers are possible for a disubstituted compound. We can get either the electrophile attacks on the ortho side or ortho position of the existing group X, or the incoming electrophile may attack or may bonded to the meta position of the existing group, or it may bonded to the para position of the existing group. It is orthoisomer, this is meta-isomer, and this is para-isomer. That is, if a monosubstituted benzene undergo electrophilic substitution reaction, there is a chance or possibility for getting 3 isomer, that is orthoisomer, in which the incoming electrophile or new electrophile is bonded to the ortho position of the existing group, or meta-isomer, in which the incoming electrophile is bonded to the meta position of the X, or para-isomer, in which the existing group is bonded to the meta position of the group X. So we have to, there is a possibility of getting 3 isomers, but in any case 3 of the isomers are not obtained in equal amount. Either any one of the products obtained as a major product and other obtained as a minor product. In some cases or in some conditions, only one product obtained in 100%. Other 2 isomers are not obtained. Whether which isomer predominate or which isomer is exists or obtained as a major product also depends on the nature of the X. Whether it depends on whether X is an electron releasing group or electron withdrawing group. That is, the nature of the X depends on or decide which isomer, ortho, meta or para isomer, obtained as a major product of the reaction. Okay, so we will discuss it in the next class. Okay, thank you.